My name is Ben Davis. I grew up in Aston, and 41 years old. This is quite an honor to be here with you guys today. Some familiar faces, which is great to see. This is just, it's been a while since I've been back on campus. I'm not good at this. I apologize. My brother-in-law, Steve Del Grande, passed away in 2007 from cancer. And the last time I was on this campus, they had a plaque dedicated to Steve. Steve left behind a beautiful wife and 3 kids. So it's hard for me, and I apologize. I'll get it together in a minute. It's hard for me to stand up here and think about Steve and try and convey a message to these young kids, because if you could live a life like Steve, when he came out of here, he was a man. He was a great man, great family man, great father. And I would ask Steve from time to time, I'd say, did you like your time at Williamson? I loved it. Was it hard? Yeah. Was it strict? Yeah. Do you wish you'd gone somewhere else? Absolutely not. That's the kind of guy he was. Again, I apologize for kind of sappy. I didn't want to start. It was actually supposed to be the end of my speech, believe it or not. So maybe we can move on from that. But long story short, and I got a text from my sister-in-law this morning. She said, I know you're speaking at Williamson. Steve would be so proud. If I can make Steve proud, then I know I did my job today. Williamson was such a big part of his life, obviously. Came here with Tim Burbage a couple times for Wing Bowl. That was awesome. So this is a special place. And I'm not going to stand up here and try and compare myself to different folks in the room. To be honest with you, and I was telling President Rounds beforehand, honestly, I don't know a whole lot. I know baseball. God bless you. I know the difference between a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. I know how to use inordinate amounts of hair product. And I know that duct tape doesn't necessarily work for everything. Like I said, I know baseball. I love talking about baseball. I love playing baseball. I miss playing baseball. What I do now is I get to talk about something that I absolutely love. Obviously, it's something that's a big part of my life. I always said it was, God, family, baseball. And it still is that way. I have a wonderful wife. We'll be married for 15 years in November. Sometimes it feels like 15 minutes underwater. I've used that one a million times. I think she's used to hearing it. So, we have 4 wonderful kids. We have 2 boys, 2 girls, 12, 10, 9, and 4. And last week, actually, the 4-year-old just went into preschool for the first time. So that was a sad day. But little Mickey's making his way up. It's hard to believe. Time just flies. Again, we were talking with President Rounds earlier. It's just how fast everything moves. And this is what I want you guys to really enjoy your time here. I know that some of your childhoods, some of your upbringings has been difficult. I was very fortunate. I grew up in a traditional family. Both my folks are school teachers. I had 1 brother. My folks taught for 34 years. They're retired. They're actually, right now, they're in Missouri. Why they're in Missouri in September, I have no idea, but that's where they are traveling. I have a great brother. He's got 4 kids. I have 4 kids. And try and share that family atmosphere. But you guys are here, and regardless of the past that you've had, regardless of the future that you might have, you have an opportunity here that you should never, ever take for granted. Hopefully all of you are able to stay the course, because what you're about to embark on for the freshmen, what you seniors, after you graduate, what you're about to embark on, not many people have that opportunity. They really don't. You're going to be here for 3 years. You're going to graduate. You're not going to have financial debt for the foreseeable future. You're going to have opportunities. People are going to want you because of the skills that you possess and the things that you can do. That's remarkable. How many college students from traditional colleges can say that? These guys are in debt up to their ears. Some of them can't even find jobs. But you are going to be wanted. You will be wanted. Pete just came back from Huntington Beach. And he's had the opportunity probably to go back to Huntington Beach. Stay in Delaware County, believe me. I got to play in 3 wonderful cities in the big leagues: San Diego, Chicago, and Seattle. This is my home. I grew up in Aston, literally right down the street. I played many, many baseball games on this field right here in the Delco League. I played for Ridley in the Delco League in the summertime. This was always home for me. I love the Four Seasons. I love Wawa. I love just being able to go to Wawa and grab a cup of coffee and talk baseball with someone else in the shop. This is what I get to do. I get to go to the field and talk about a team. Even though I never played for, I have the opportunity to go and discuss something that I take a lot of pride in the Phillies. I usually get to the field around 3 o'clock for a game when I'm in the booth. So I'll be down there at 3 o'clock today. I get to go and I'll talk to the players about what transpired in the game before, although I don't know if they're going to want to talk about what happened yesterday in those 2 games. I'll talk to the manager, some coaches, and just basically go over some different numbers and talk about what we can do to make our broadcast better. So I work with some very talented people. Tom McCarthy, who's our play-by-play announcer, Greg Murphy, our sideline reporter. And we just have a great crew. We have fun at what we do. We love what we do. And if you guys can come out of Williamson doing what you love, then it's not technically a job. You know, I tell everybody that my one buddy, one of my real close friends, is a tree surgeon. So he works his tail off. He absolutely works his tail off. You know, he puts those rooster spikes on, he climbs the top of the tree with a chainsaw, and I've seen him climb, it's unbelievable. He works tirelessly. And the other day it was raining, so he couldn't work, but I had to go to the field. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm going to work." And he goes, "Would you please stop using that word?" Because it's not work. And I feel very fortunate for that fact that I get to do what I love. And when you get out of here, if you can do what you love, you're all here because you're very talented and you have a certain skill set. And that skill set is going to propel you out into the modern world where you can make a lot of money. I know it's not all about money, but it helps. And you're going to have that opportunity once you walk out these doors. It'll be a phenomenal opportunity. Yeah, it's hard. Getting up every morning, putting on one of these monkey suits. But I tell you one thing, it's nice you raise the flag every day, you come in here and you say a prayer. That's huge. That's part of your core values that'll carry you throughout your life. And it's something that, if you can take that with you, it's only going to make you stronger as a man. You know, when you do settle down, you take a bride and you start to raise a family. These are all values that you can pass on to your children. And people can see it in you. You can be a role model. You can set that example. And this is what you're going to learn from the instructors and teachers here at Williamson. Life can be tough at times. We know that. It's not easy. But you really set your own course. And you can make the most of it with, the opportunities that you're going to be giving here. Many of you will have a great life. And to be able to give back, you hear about some of the donations that have been, that's remarkable, the donations that have been given back to the school. because this school will give you so much. I look at Steve and my brother-in-law, and I would say to him from time to time, even when he was sick, he'd come over and help fix something. And I said, man alive, is there anything you can't do? And he'd look at me and goes, well, I can't hit a baseball. And I'd say, well, I wasn't real good at it either. But you should feel solace in the fact that you guys can do so much. And I'm jealous of guys that, again, I make jokes about, I put diesel in my truck, and that's it. That's what I know how to do. And that's honestly all I know how to do. I can't do anything. And the majority of this world can't do these things. But you guys can. Take advantage of that. I won't take up too much more of your time. And I just want you to know that, every time I walked out of the door, I'm going to cry again. Mama said, yes, please, and no, thank you. Every time. And I say that to my kids when they get on the bus. I say, yes, please, no, thank you, and don't be an idiot. Does it get any more simple than that? Does it? I don't think so. It's self-explanatory. Look someone in the eye, shake their hand. Yes, please. No, thank you. Don't be an idiot. That's self-explanatory. But you can make some good decisions. You can make some bad decisions. Remember, every decision you make has a consequence, whether that decision be good or bad. The better decisions you make, the better consequences you'll have for the rest of your life. I will tell you that right now. Thank you for making me a part of this day. I apologize for the tears. Enjoy your time here. It's going to fly by, I promise you. 3 years, you'll be out of here in the real world, grown men, making a living. Just remember to give back whenever you can. Be appreciative of what you have, and say yes, please, and no, thank you. Thank you.